right. Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing today? All right. I am Ben Sims, the Chief Operating Officer for Hampton Roads Transit. And this is an exciting day, months in the making, and we're glad that all of you could be here to help us celebrate. We're welcoming 2 new ferries into the Elizabeth River ferry fleet. I'd like to take a moment and recognize some of our special guests that are here with us today. Starting with our elected officials, we have Mayor Alexander of City of Norfolk. We have Mayor Glover, City of Portsmouth. Mayor Dyer, City of Virginia Beach. Vice Mayor Lucas Burke, City of Portsmouth. HRT Commissioner and Councilwoman Andrea McClellan, City of Norfolk. Commissioner Goodwin of Portsmouth. And Denise Johnson of our track committee. Elizabeth River Ferry 6 and 7 arrived late November from Palatka, Florida. I want to give a special recognition to Amy Brazil, who is our Director of Contracted Services and Operational Analytics, and Mike Perez, our Operations Project and Contract Administrator. Thank you, guys. Amy and Mike made numerous trips to Florida, keeping an eye on the progress during this construction. We would not be having this ribbon cutting today without their continued guidance and support. The Elizabeth River Ferry has been serving Hampton Roads for more than 4 decades, traveling 7,000 miles each year back and forth across the river. Since 1983, it has carried more than 16.9 million passengers, and we're just getting started. It provides a great service to the City of Norfolk and Portsmouth, and we're lucky to have the mayors of both cities with us today. At this time, it's my pleasure to invite our Norfolk Mayor, Kenny Alexander, to share his thoughts.
Thank you, and good morning to you all. It's indeed a pleasure to be with you. I do want to give a special shout out to my colleague in the Norfolk City Council again, Commissioner Andrea McClellan. Thank you for being here. You're standing right behind a good woman, Lisa Lucas Burke, and it's always good to have my good friend Shannon Glover. And the mayor of Virginia Beach, he could have taken the light rail, but it doesn't go to Virginia Beach, so he had to drive. But Mayor, it's always good to see you. Maybe you would vote on getting a ferry to.
Use your boat. You can use our ocean.
Thank you. We'll do it. Well, you know what makes Virginia Beach is a great city is Norfolk, because all the people who live there are from Norfolk. So it's good to be with you, Mayor, as always. Bobby D, our good friend, welcome to Norfolk. Thank you to HRT for your strong commitment to providing outstanding service to our citizens here in Hampton Roads. HRT's efforts in maintaining and expanding the public transportation system, including the vital Elizabeth River Ferry service, is instrumental in improving connectivity and accessibility across the region. I will be very brief because I look forward to riding on the ferry. I just want to say thank you for your commitment, your dedication to our region. Yes, for over 40 years, the ferry has been a cornerstone here in Norfolk, making our transportation system seamless, connecting people and places to work and for leisure. Its roots, however, stretch back centuries, serving as a testament to our enduring relationship with the river. Again, thank you for making this possible. Starting in 1983, connecting Portsmouth and Norfolk, our districts, connected them to numerous restaurants and retail spaces and iconic attractions in both of our downtowns. Mr. Mayor, thank you for being here. Mayor Shannon Glover.
Thank you. Let me step back.
Not a problem. We're going to get to Mayor Glover in a few seconds. But I also would like to recognize some of our community partners. That would include Hampton Roads Chamber of Commerce, YWCA of Southampton Roads, the Elizabeth River Trail Foundation, Elizabeth River Crossing, Eggleston, Downtown Norfolk Council, Norfolk International Airport, Norfolk Festivants, Nauticus, the Mariners Museum, and Jefferson Labs. Some of you may not know when the ferry service began, it was intended to run during the summer months, but it was so popular that it never stopped. In fact, it's gotten even better. Our partnership with the Elizabeth River Crossing has made many of those improvements possible. Over the last 10 years, ERC has contributed more than $200 million and $2.7 million this year alone to HRT to help enhance its ferry service. There's no doubt where transit goes, business grows. That includes our ferry service. That brings me to our next guest, Portsmouth Mayor Shannon Glover. Thank you.
See what people have to understand. I affectionately call Mayor Alexander the elder statesman. And so when the elder statesman calls you up, I'm a guy that when I'm told to do something, I generally do it. So, yes, sir. and the other comment I'm gonna make real quick, I'm so glad Amy and Mr. Perez went down to Florida. I'm sure that they got a little time to vacation a little bit while they were there. It was all business, right?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. That's why we got it done on time. Thank you. And thank you all for being here this morning. I got to acknowledge a couple folks from our city who was very instrumental in the ferry and its program. First of all, I want to acknowledge Mr. Jordan, David Jordan. His family was very instrumental in beginning this whole ferry journey. And I want to acknowledge our newest member to the HRT board, our citizen, Mr. Tony Goodwin back there. I acknowledge him as well. And of course, my Vice Mayor, Lisa Lucas-Burke. Good morning and welcome again to this momentous occasion as we gather to celebrate the inauguration of two new vessels that are set to transform the way we navigate our beautiful river. One of the things that Mayor Alexander has shared with me on a number of occasions is this is our highway. And this ferry helps to unite our communities and it makes us stronger as a result. Today marks, as I said, the official launch of the Elizabeth Ferry 6 and the Elizabeth River Ferry 7, and it is my hope that it is a testament to our commitment and HRT's commitment to enhancing public transportation and connectivity within our communities. When the Elizabeth River Ferry service started, it was there to help combat the tunnel traffic. But as we soon discovered, the Ferry passenger service between Portsmouth and Norfolk provided more than just a quick way for people to get around. It actually played a pivotal role in the growth of downtown Portsmouth and Norfolk. It not only brought more tourists to our communities, but it created an increased demand for restaurants and shops. And in the spirit of this transit-oriented development, these ferries will play a pivotal role in shaping the growth and accessibility of our two cities. Transit-oriented development is not just about transportation, it is about creating vibrant, sustainable communities that revolve around well-connected and accessible public transportation options. It's about creating a vibrant, sustainable community, and it's also about helping people to be a part of those communities. By investing in this efficient and reliable public transportation, we are investing in the future prosperity of both of our cities. The convenience offered by these new ferries will continue to encourage more people to choose public transportation, which reduces our traffic congestion, lowers carbon emissions, and makes our cities more livable for generations to come. And this, my friends, is what contributes to fostering a sense of community and self-belonging. So in my mind, today isn't just about ribbon cutting. No, it's about cutting through the barriers that limit our potential. The Elizabeth River Ferry 6 and 7 are bridges that connect us to a future where accessibility and sustainability and community are at the forefront of our priorities. In closing, on behalf of the Portsmouth City Council and her citizens, I would like to express my gratitude to all of those who have contributed to the revitalization of bringing two new state-of-the-art passenger ferries online and in service. Let us embark on this journey together, leading the way towards a more connected, sustainable, and vibrant future for our beloved cities and region. Thank you all, and now the voyage begins.
All right, I just want to go back and recognize ERC CEO Ann Bonet and other ERC representatives that are maybe in attendance today. Do we have anyone from ERC here today? All right, let's give them a round of applause, please. All right, and thank you, Mayor Glover.
Yes, sir.
All right. Of course, none of us would be standing here. Sorry. Of course, none of us would be standing here today without the leadership of one man, David Jordan. David owns and operates Norfolk by boat and has faithfully guided the Elizabeth River Ferry service for the last 40 years. When you make a $6.4 million investment like this, it's good to know it's going to be in good hands. It is my pleasure at this time to introduce Mr. David Jordan.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ben. That was very kind. And I want to thank everyone here and let you know that it's been an honor and a privilege to operate the ferries for 40 years. It's been a labor of love. Thank you. And of course, I see lots of dedicated, great folks here today whose commitment and dedication to our ferry service have made not only this day possible, but every day on the ferry possible. And I've got to talk about President and Chief Executive Officer of Hampton Roads Transit, Mr. William Harrell, who couldn't be here today, but whose integrity and fine qualities have set the example and culture for all of Hampton Roads Transit. And I'm so proud to work with Ben Sims, the Chief Operating Officer of Hampton Roads Transit, who always has our back. Thank you, Ben. And Amy Brazil, our project manager, makes herself available 7 days a week, around the clock. And I just can't say enough good things about her and her most competent staff, who also follow her lead for excellence and dedication. Thank you, Amy, and thanks to your staff. And our debt of gratitude to our city leaders, the great Mayor Shannon Glover and the great Kenny Alexander. We're so proud to be on their team. The Transportation District of Hampton Roads and our city leaders and our city council and second generation, Lisa Lucas Burke is here. And we're just so grateful for all the city council members too, who have supported us over the years. So to all of you who played such an important role, thank you for these awesome new ferries. You can bank on it that we're going to put them to good use. The ferries operate over 100 hours a week, rain or shine. It's hard on the equipment, and it takes a lot of good, devoted people to keep them reliable, on time, and operating smoothly. Last year, our on-time rate for 2023 was 98.64% on time. It's all documented, and we're proud of that. And these new ferries will help us maintain that record. And Mike Perez, thank you so much for overseeing the construction of the ferries, and not only your time in Palatka, Florida, but many hours burning the midnight oil looking for the smallest details. Thank you. Looking for the smallest details on the blueprints, which I couldn't have done. But we're so glad that you took the time to do it and figure it out, and are expert enough to recognize things at a glance that others would have to study for hours. So thank you for that. And also Amy made many visits to the construction site. And Norfolk by Boat's Chief Operating Officer, Dion Glover, also played an important role. He visited the shipyard and during construction and contributed his many years of knowledge and hands-on expertise to the endeavor, making the ferries right for our operation. And now that the ferries are ready to rock and roll, it takes a devoted team to make it all happen. And Dion has 23 years of devotion to this ferry service. And his big personality, his people skills, his outstanding boat handling skills, his always positive attitude, loyalty, big presence, and big physical strength have all been fundamental to the unfaltering daily operation of our ferries. And I wouldn't want to do it without him. Thank you, Dion. I also want to mention our head captain, Brian Dutton, who has likewise been devoted to the ferry for over 20 years. Brian does our training and has helped to develop many captains over the years. Another 20-year ferry veteran is Captain Ben Foster. Ben, where are you? Oh, okay. Ben's always in the right place at the right time. He's very important. He's very important in keeping the ferries reliable and underway as our engineer. He, like the other players, makes himself available to jump into any aspect of the ferry operation on a minute's notice. Ben is always on standby and always ready to go, and we're so grateful for that. He's not here right now, but Captain Mark Johnson has been with the ferry for over 40 years, and so we're grateful for his loyalty and dedication. And we can't do it without our deckhands, who are likewise vital. Several of them have aspirations of obtaining their captain's license and of joining the long list of captains whom we have groomed over the years. But you know, the folks who are most amazing of all and are the most important of all, they are our wonderful riders. We have a beautiful, gentle, sweet people that ride the ferry. And whether they're riding to go to work, to go shopping, to go to lunch or dinner, to attend a festival, a concert, or a baseball game, or just to go out on the water and sightsee, our riders are all on board to enjoy a pleasant boat ride as a relaxing and special part of their day. There's a camaraderie amongst our riders, a feeling of friendliness, goodwill, and familiarity. And even if you have only ridden the ferry once and you meet someone in passing at a party or even in another city or state, and you discover that they have ridden the ferry too, then immediately you have a wonderful, novel, unique, shared experience. You're part of a group, and you know you are now instant friends. And maybe many of you have, I'm sure this has happened to you. And you're simpatico. And isn't that wonderful? Isn't that the greatest thing of all? The community's affection for the ferries and the riders' affection for the ferries. So, thank you. It's so true, right? So, my heartfelt thanks to all of you for making that possible. We're so grateful. God bless you all. Thank you. And God bless our ships and our riders. Thank you.
All right, thank you, David. Again, we appreciate your partnership with HRT. Public transit plays a vital role in moving the region forward. The Elizabeth River Ferry is not only integral to the mission of Hampton Roads Transit. As we've heard, it's important to the success of the cities it serves. We're honored that you were able to spend some time with us this morning to help us welcome the 2 new ferries to our fleet. Now let's have that ribbon cutting. All right.